Hello everyone, welcome back to Persona. This is the Irish Android here. In the last episode we got found out by Pops as well as Akechi. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
That concludes the speech given by Representative Masayoshi Shido, who may be forming a new party. We now resume our coverage of the Phantom Thieves, the suspects for Mr. Okumura's death and others. The police have designated the Phantom Thieves as the country's most wanted fugitives, and have decided to reward anyone with information leading to the capture of the Phantom Thieves.
Look.
Those who provide information will be offered a reward of 30 million yen. And considering the high amount, it shows how extraordinary the situation has become.
Though getting an
Reward
idea
money will be supplied by the police and the families of the victims. Further,
If I report you to the police and they arrest you, I supposedly get 30 million yen for it. I hope you understand the situation you're in. Even people who didn't have an interest before will be on the lookout for the Phantom Thieves. And it'll happen every day, even at school. Why did this happen? This isn't about me. Well, how do I put this? I'm sorry I didn't realize it. It's also my responsibility that this happened. All I can do now is give you shelter. Just don't become desperate and do something reckless, all right?
I won't.
I won't sell you out. As long as you're here, there's nothing to worry about.
I feel bad about what we've done to the
Right, let's head off to school.
Did you see that reward? Perhaps we put too much pressure on them. With this, the Phantom Thieves have become public enemy #1. That will be when their curtain falls.
Hey, great!
Right.
Yeah. We'll be in deep water at this rate. However, we have no idea who we're up against.
Furthermore, they must be in a position of power, or have powerful...
Are we really a match for this?
Should we... I mean, things might get worse for everyone.
Hey,
Yeah, running away with our tails between our legs is exactly what they want. We'd be dumping everything we stand for.
I see. I take back what I just said. Absolutely. Looks like we're settled on what we want to do. Yeah.
Right, so what are we gonna do now?
Okay.
Right, are you gonna let me go outside?
Hey!
Right. Here, let's do some video games while we're waiting.
Oh!
Let's finish watching the DVDs so we can boost the kindness.
What do you mean by surgical consent?
And we'll water the plants tomorrow.
An issue in which criminals do whatever they want under the name of justice. Only now does the government speak of taking countermeasures. But their actions are too little, too late. The government as it stands has been left behind the times. We don't have to go down with a sinking ship. Let us end this chaos!
He's a politician of the ruling party, isn't he?
I heard they're splitting up to form a new party, so an election might come before the year.
I'm gonna vote this time for sure.
You haven't voted until now? That's problematic as a member of society.
Politics just never interested me before. He's passionate and thinks of the future. I'm definitely voting for him.
Well, I suppose that makes sense.
When you say that you want us to cooperate with you, what exactly do you intend us to do?
That's a good question. But might I have a cup of coffee first?
Quit effing around.
Please keep this short.
There's a bounty for information in addition to the arrest warrant. Those are quite desperate. I'm referring to Sai-san's actions. I assume all of you were at your wits' end as well. She must be considerably vexed if she's gone that far. Make headlines with the arrest warrant, then use incentives to get testimonies. It's not...
The police have nothing on us. There's no way they can make an arrest.
True. I'm the only one who's ascertained your true identities. However, the groundwork for fabricating testimonies and concocting a culprit are underway.
We don't care about that self-gratification. Get up!
I'll be blunt. I'm thinking of triggering a change of heart in Sai-san. I've already discovered that she has a palace.
Huh?
Is this to prevent the investigation agency's recklessness?
Precisely.
still, there's no need to change her heart just for that.
Indeed. It's hard to believe that a single person can fabricate all that.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. What if I told you that those around her would turn a blind eye to false evidence?
You saying the police would do such a thing?
It seems they're more trusted than I thought. Their priority is settling the situation. They don't care who the supposed culprit is.
No!
They're completely rotten.
My objective is to find the true culprit. That must be the case for all of you too. However, the current situation is extremely bad.
If worst comes to worst, someone unrelated will be set up as the culprit, huh?
Our only solution to this is to make Sai-san come to her senses. If she's in her right mind, she can stop this situation.
So that's why...
The truth will be covered up. I can't allow such a thing to happen.
I mean...
And changing Sai-san's heart will be to protect her as well.
How do you mean?
If the true culprit were to learn that she's responsible for the investigation, what would happen? I'm certain they'll aim for her life. So how about it?
Even though you're particular about being just, you're willing to get your hands dirty?
It can't be helped in order to ascertain the truth. There is also one more merit in changing Sai-san. She'll be a fine warning to others not to meddle with you any further. They can't go public if someone in the investigation has a change of heart. It'd show their corruption. All that's left from there is for me to discover the identity of the true culprit.
What do you mean?
It smells fishy.
You're gonna tell us to announce our disbandment once the real culprit is arrested, aren't you?
As expected from a Nijima.
Makoto, what's your take on all?
It's a well-made plan. It even takes putting an end to our team into consideration.
I'm flattered to hear that.
Why are you willing to do all this, Akechi-kun?
Because of sickening human beings. Yes. My contempt for such people drives my sense of justice. It isn't some grand reason like society's sake or some lofty... It's simply an absurd grudge. And extreme...
Dude.
You know, doesn't he remind you of us?
You think? Hush!
I can't really explain, but I guess it's how some disgusting adult pissed him.
We're similar. Maybe that's why I thought that I could ask this of you all. Won't you cooperate with me? Thanks. This mission can't succeed without your
The Phantom Thieves will be disbanded, and everything will work out.
Mako-chan.
I'm okay. I never brought it up until now. But the reason I joined... because I wanted to change my sister's heart. I was hoping I wouldn't have to... I've also known for quite some time that she has a palace.
Why didn't you tell...
It was too selfish of a reason. Though I was too scared to look any further into it.
Why don't we try going there now to scope?
Let's go.
Palace? In me? Not only that, Goro Akechi? Then the Phantom Thieves targeted me as per his advice? And he had already experienced the metaverse by the time of the Okumura case? That can't be. I mean, he never said a word. Although, his attitude did change suddenly around that time. Akechi-kun kept quiet about the most important details, and my own sister may be a Phantom Thief? If this is all true, I was out of the loop the entire time I led the investigation. So you became convinced of another's existence through the two... And if you were apprehended while falsely accused of those crimes, that villain, that's why you targeted me? Not for your own preservation? That does make sense. If you simply wanted to evade capture, triggering my change of heart wouldn't guarantee any. Your actions as Phantom Thieves would still be met with hostility. Seems you're completely worn out, but the look on your face isn't... I'm amazed. When you... Those words, however, if your story till now is true, it's frustrating to admit, but at a certain point, someone, and if that...
Thanks.
All right.
What's this favor you need? We'll be going to Nijima's palace, so I want to look into her. Things like her work ethic, those would help us come up with countermeasures in case we... I can look up more, you know, stuff like her repertoire of underwear. A girl shouldn't say that. You tell... I thought you'd like that.
I'm not a pro.
Also, I may be overthinking it. Ow! Same as always. Let me finish.
Ooh, I wonder what that was all about.
So this is the courthouse. Let's hurry up and get started.
I rarely get to see Sai-san directly. On the 20th, an investigation will likely be done at Shujin Academy.
Then that means our time limit is no...
Still, there will be quite a bit of red tape involved.
We'll take your word.
I concur. After all, people like us standing around here is quite unnatural. Well then? Huh? What about my smartphone?
This is the model I wanted! You're so... I'm so sorry. Until recently, Futaba was actually a...
It's okay. Sai-san told me the gist.
Oh, right. Akechi-kun, it may be best if you exchange contact.
That's true.
Ooh. I'll send everyone's
Thanks. Well then, I'll do my best.
You've got a good personality and good looks?
She's praising you.
Then shall we get started?
We need to figure out what Makoto's sis thinks this courthouse is.
I often hear her call it a place of competition.
A competition, huh?
It'd be unbearable if you were put on trial for a reason like... Although, a competition means it's a match of some sort.
Conditions have not been met.
Then perhaps a stadium?
Conditions have not been
There are other competitions
Gambling, then. How about a racetrack for horses?
We played cards during the...
Conditions have not been met.
What else is... It must be a casino.
Candidate found.
I definitely see Sai-san.
Well, it's time we...
Beginning navigation.
Nice, it's time for the casino heist to begin.
Head right past there and keep a low profile.
That's it, huh? What's going on here? We are looking at the courthouse, aren't we?
Seems like it.
Let's go.
Right.
It's time for the casino heist.
The courthouse is a casino.
Everywhere else seems to be a normal cityscape.
Isn't that...
The police station, yes. I didn't know that the station and the courthouse were next to each other.
Our attire hasn't changed. That must mean we aren't considered threats or hostiles yet.
Right. Areas outside her courthouse palace must not be worthy of her attention. Wait, I always look like this. I'm special. Besides, I can't do anything in my cat form. The police station's also part of her work area, though. Whenever I've brought her food and belongings when she was sent.
We got no business with the cops, right?
That reminds me. He'll need a code name, too.
Code name? Phantom Thieves. Just for reference, what is everyone else's?
Skull.
Mine's Fox.
We pretty much decided on them with how we looked.
What is it, Haru?
Then, perhaps Karasu will be best for me.
Are your clothes all black or something?
The reverse, actually. If our codenames are to hide our identities, wouldn't that be better?
Karasu. He'd be the...
Why not go with Crow instead?
All right.
Got it.
Now then, let's head into the courthouse.
Nice. Well, give me a chance to save.
Now then.
Can I actually save?
I should write something.
There we go. I'm gonna leave this episode off here. If you all enjoyed. Tomorrow will be the last.
Focus.
Tomorrow will be the last episode of the. Until I finish my exams. So I will see y'all in the next one. Cheerio.